Hare Krishna, Namaste. Chapter 14 is entitled as Gunatraya Vibhaha Yoga, Sloka 26. Mam cha yo vyabhicāreṇa bhakti-yogena sevate guṇān samatītyaitān brahma-bhūyāya kalpate. Out of two questions, one, what is the hetu? What is the main means by which one attains to that state of transcending the gunas? The second question, what are the symptoms of such person who has transcended the gunas? And the second question has two parts: internal symptoms, characteristics, and external symptoms. The second question, which consists of these two internal and external symptoms, were covered previously in 24th and 25th slokas. Now in 26th sloka, answer to the first question, what is the primary hetu, the means by which one can cross over the three modes, is been said. Let's understand the meaning of the sloka. Yaha, a person who, vyabhicāreṇa, unalloyed. Vyabhicāreṇa means alloyed, mixed. Vyabhicāreṇa means not mixed, meaning not depending on others, even other gods, and not expecting other benefits, material benefits, besides the Atma. Bhakti-yogena cha, by means of bhakti yoga, together with its limbs, mam, me, as we see in the sloka, mam cha yo vyabhicāreṇa. The word cha should be prefixed with bhakti-yogena. If we have to interpret mam cha, then the meaning will be one does bhakti towards me also. The cha also is not right to place it next to mam when we read the sloka, when we translate the sloka, understand the sloka, which ends up saying that you can do bhakti to others and to me also. And that is not what Krishna is trying to say here. The bhakti that one does towards Krishna should be unalloyed. When we add the cha to bhakti-yogena cha, then it means one does bhakti yoga as well as along with other limbs like karma yoga and jnana yoga towards me, Krishna. Sevate, worships, renders service. Saha, etān guṇān, these three modes. Samatītyaitān, transcending, that is crossing beyond the three modes. Brahma-bhūyāya, elevated to the Brahman platform, that is to attain the real state of the self, kalpate, qualifies. The gist of this sloka is based on one question, that is, through bhakti one crosses over the three modes. But for one to come to the stage of bhakti, one must be free from these gunas. Isn't it right? How do we do that? One must surrender to the Lord. Through the surrender, bhakti takes place. And through the bhakti, one can cross over the three modes. When one crosses over the three modes, gunatita, he is brahma-bhūyāya kalpate, attains the Atma Prapti. Now let's see the translation. One who engages in full devotional service, unfailing in all circumstances, at once transcends the modes of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman. In this chapter, we have learned few techniques how to cross over the three modes. Those are secondary techniques. What is going to be discussed here in this sloka is a main technique, method, hetu, by which one can easily cross over the gunas. Going back to the 19th sloka of this chapter, Nānyam gunebhya kartaram yada drishtana pashyati gunebhyascha param veti madbhavam sodhi gacchati. There we learned that one who sees that every action is done by the gunas, not by me, that person attains my state. This is what Krishna said over there. One doesn't see himself as the doer. Also we learned that three gunas are different from Atma. We already know Atma is different from the body. Just by knowing these things, as per sloka 19 and other slokas, and just by contemplating on this topic, can one attain that stage or state, the Atma Prapti? That's a question. Answer is no. Just by contemplating, just by being aware of the difference of body and Atma, by having understood that three modes are the doer, not the Atma, one will not be able to attain the Atma Prapti. One has to take some steps. One has not taken any steps towards those understanding just by contemplating and chanting, I am not this body, I am not the doer, is not going to take one anywhere. One will not be able to cross over the gunas. Even when one gets birth after the pralaya, the destruction, he still carries the previous impression known as vasanas. When these vasanas are present within him, then how can he cross the gunas? The vasanas are always in align with the gunas, not with the person. The person has less control over those vasanas. So just by knowing the difference as said earlier, the body and the gunas will not be gone. Or can one subside the gunas? It is like I see a dirt on the floor. Now that I know there is a dirt on the floor, which I was not knowing earlier, now that I notice, I now sit and start contemplating on the dirt or chant on the dirt. There is a dirt on the floor. There is a dirt on the floor. There is a dirt on the floor. Chant 108 times 16 rounds will not remove the dirt from the floor. I need to get up after understanding there is a dirt on the floor and start cleaning the floor. Otherwise, the dirt will not be removed. Likewise, we have been carrying anadi kala vasana. The vasana which is beginningless, and these vasanas are mostly viparita vasana, not good vasanas. Many of them are bad impressions that we carry. Due to this, our process and progress towards Atma Prapti is being affected, impacted. We need to focus on addressing these vasanas first. Now we are moving from gunas to vasanas. Unless these vasanas are corrected, the gunas cannot be transcended, as gunas works closely with the vasanas. Based on the vasanas, the gunas influences us. Say for argument's sake or simplicity purpose, if these vasanas are from this very lifetime, maybe I can make some attempts to correct them. But these vasanas are carried from beginningless time, many lifetimes, which makes it impossible for me to do anything with the vasana. Therefore, the option that is left is performing bhakti towards Krishna. That should be underlined. Bhakti towards Krishna and bhakti towards Krishna alone. And that bhakti towards Krishna alone should not be mixed with expectation of any material benefit. So one has to beg the Lord to destroy our vasana. Then the Lord, who is pleased by our prayers, will destroy the vasana. With that, one will be able to cross over the guṇātita. By that, one will be able to attain mukti, liberation. So what is being said in the sloka as a final recommendation to deal with vasanas and gunas is to surrender to the Lord. And this is not a new topic. We have discussed this one earlier as well. Daivihi esha gunamayi mama maya dhuratyaya mamevayi prapatyante mayam etam tarantite. This divine energy of mind, consisting of the three modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. This was discussed in the 7th chapter, 14th sloka. Why is that one has to surrender to Krishna? Why not to anyone else to get relieved from the three modes? In Brahma Sutra, there is a sutra which says, Paravidyanatu tirohitam tatohi asya bandha viparyayo. It is by the sankalpa of the Paramatma, based on the Jivatma's karma, the Jivatma is covered. Therefore, it is only by the sankalpa of Paramatma, the Supreme Lord, that covering can be removed. The bondage can be removed. And that can be done only through the process of bhakti. Not just simply contemplating that I am not this body, I am not the doer, I don't want anything, but showing them in action through devotional service, through the process of bhakti. We ourselves cannot cross over the gunas or deal with the vasanas. It is quite mission impossible. And that bhakti one does towards Krishna should be unalloyed, vyabhicāreṇa, aikantika bhakti, a focused bhakti towards Krishna alone. It is unalloyed, uninterrupted bhakti towards Krishna. No other devatas or no other beings, with no interactions with other gods, with no consideration of other material results. One may ask a question, what if one can have similar, unalloyed, uninterrupted bhakti towards some other god? Will that not help us? Answer is yes, it won't help us. We have discussed the differences between Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and other devatas in number of chapters starting from chapter 7. Krishna is not one among other gods. He is one who is beyond other gods. Every other god are subservient to Krishna. As they are also influenced by the three modes, how can they help us? So it has to be someone who's beyond the modes, and that is Krishna alone. Therefore Krishna says Mam, perform bhakti unto me alone. Why? He is Satya Sankalpa, one who can get things done as he wishes. I may also wish certain things, but hardly get executed. But when Krishna desires, makes a sankalpa, for sure that happens. That happens without anyone's help. That's another added point. I may desire something, but I may need someone's help to make that executed. If Krishna desires something, he can do it by himself, sankalpa matra, just by his wish. He can make things happen. And this is only present as a quality in Krishna, not in anyone else. Therefore, if he desires to remove our vasanas, it will be removed. Then question may arise, just because he is Satya Sankalpa, not necessary that Lord will address our problem. He may be Satya Sankalpa. His wishes may come true. But does it mean that he will address our problem? Answer is of course, because he is Parama Karunika. Parama Karunikam means he is full of compassion. How is compassion is compared to? Ashritya Vatsalya Jaladhim, an ocean of love for those who seek his shelter. The idea here is that no one can stop Krishna when he entangles us to Maya because of our sins accumulated over beginningless time. Likewise, when he wishes to release us from the bondage of Maya by excusing us not because of our credits, but out of compassion towards us, no one can stop him. No one can stop him when he binds us. Similarly, no one can stop him when he releases us. When he releases us, he doesn't examine our faults on those who have surrendered unto him, because more he examines in us, more what will be seen is the faults. Nothing good in us. The only good thing that we have done is surrendering unto him. Like a parent who doesn't see the faults of their children, but only shower their love towards their children. Sometimes they even see the faults to be a great act. The Lord is far above in compassion when compared to the parents of this world. Therefore, one cannot cross over the gunas and vasanas through any other means which is devoid of bhakti. If we don't surrender, the impressions, the subtle impressions called vasanas, which is within us for beginningless time, will ruin our discrimination and makes us as a slave to the gunas. The only way is the surrender to the Supreme Lord and beg for his causeless mercy to remove our anadi kala vasana, by which one can overcome the gunas and attain the state of Brahman. Brahma-bhūyāya kalpate means he becomes qualified to attain the state of Brahman, meaning similarity to Brahman. That is to say, like Brahman being without any association with sorrow that caused by one's sin. as we have discussed this in detail in chapter 13, where one attains 8 qualities of the Supreme Brahman. Apahata papma, vijaraha, vimrityuhu, vishokaha, vijihitsaha, apipasaha, satyakamaha, satyasankalpaha. One who attains the state of Brahman means one is without sin, without aging, without death, without lamentation, without hunger, no thirst, whose every desire comes true, and whatever wishes, they are fulfilled. To conclude, he who does one-pointed, focused bhakti-yoga, aiming at me, Krishna, who is satyasankalpaha, paramakārunikaha, crosses over the gunas and experiences his self, which is eternal and most enjoyable. In the next verse, Krishna declares that he who is the bestower of all fruits is the bestower of liberation as well. Mam cha yo vyabhicāreṇa bhakti-yogena sevate guṇān samatītyaitān brahma-bhūyāya kalpate. Namaste. Hare Krishna.